Whose yogurt got on?
I'm really sorry.
You got a good story to tell. Because I just spilled yogurt all over the place.
Well, yeah, I'm very embarrassed of that story now. But it's a pleasure. The pleasure is all mine.
Getting yogurt on the president's all right, but on the Secret Service?
I'm very sorry, sir. I'm so glad you accept my apology.
No problem.
How about that? There's the president. You know, I'm with some students out in Colorado, and when it's yogurt on the president. Now, I want to take another look at that video because there's a couple of things caught my attention and my concern, quite frankly. Let's take another look at that video. Put it in, you can roll it now in slow motion. As you take a look at this now, look at this guy over here, this guy there. That's Secret Service, right? You got Secret Service right there, 2. That's 2 I'm counting. There's 3. I see him over here. And that's number 4. And I see a guy over here, number 5. Members of Secret Service. And you got the guy with the shades. 6 members of Secret Service. And they couldn't prevent the president, the commander-in-chief, from getting hit with yogurt. I mean, nobody could dive in front of the yogurt and take a spoonful for the president. Oh, my goodness. All right, joining me tonight, Alexis Tereshchuk. I wonder if they're too distracted these days, the Secret Service, from, you know, getting the job done. The yogurt's coming. You got to dive in front and stop that, right? Also joining me is Jawn Murray, entertainment journalist and pop culture expert. Welcome to you both. Well, you know, it just seems that this is going to happen in this day and age of informality. Someone is bringing yogurt to go see the president. Alexis, what is going on with the kids today? You know, the president's in town. Oh, all right, I'm going to come see the president. I'm going to be eating my yogurt when the president is just a hand's length away from me?
The girl actually said, she said they were told by the Secret Service to actually put their yogurt down. So she said she put it on the ground. When the president walked towards her, the photographers rushed her and they kicked it. So like everyone else, she was obviously blaming it on the paparazzi. It was their fault. It wasn't her fault.
Jawn Murray, do you think our Secret Service is that distracted these days? They can't keep the president's pants clean?
Look, I'm buying the girl Kobe's story. I think the paparazzi did it. But, Vinny, I just was glad. When I heard this story about someone spilling yogurt on the pants of the president, I just was praying it wasn't former President Bill Clinton. I thought it would remind him of Monica Lewinsky.
I'm just going to walk away from that statement, Jawn. Tonight I'm going to walk away from it. But I am going to show you another picture of our president with another college student that has gone viral on Twitter. Take a look at this picture. There it is. Okay. Now, I've never met the president before, but Alexis, I do know that when that day comes and it's time for me to take my picture, that's not necessarily going to be the pose that I'm going to have with the president. Alexis, what do you think? Is this because these days there's just a different feeling and level of formality with the president that, hey, you know, that's the way I'm going to pose?
I think he's so cool that you get super intimidated. The one time that I met him, I thought my heart was going to stop. And he's so great, and he looks you in the eye, and you're so enamored with him. And I guess this girl is really showing how you really want to feel. She just hasn't learned really to hide that yet. And I think that's awesome. I think it's great that people are excited to meet our president. He's just one of the coolest guys we've had in a while. He tells jokes on shows, but then he really gets the job done when it comes down to it. So I think that it is a younger generation that is so excited that this guy's so accessible. That's kind of cool to me.
Jawn, what would your face look like if you were taking a picture with the president?
Something like this, Vinny. And here's the thing, Vinny, I'm here in D.C. with the president. I've never been invited to the White House. I have gone to the Congressional Black Caucus dinner, and I was probably close enough that I could have thrown him a roll to the stage. But even though he is the leader of the free world, he is that rock star president that we all love. So that's how people respond to him. He's too cool for school, so we have to evoke all the emotion when we're around him.
Well, I want you to take a listen to the student who was in that picture and sort of her explanation as to what happened.
Really, we didn't talk about a whole lot. He went around to everyone's table, shaking hands, saying hey, introducing himself. And I just get so starstruck when I see famous people. And so I literally was just like, can I get a picture with you? And he was like, oh yeah, for sure, stand up. And so we did that. And then after it, I was just like, well, you smell good. And that was pretty pretty much the whole conversation I had with President Obama.
He smells good, Alexis. How about that?
I think that's great. I mean, it's a compliment, right? What else is she going to say? You kind of smell like my dad, you know?
Well, let's talk more about our president and what else he's been up to. And again, this whole, you know, looking at presidents differently these days than we did back in the old days. Here he is on Jimmy Fallon, slow jamming the news on NBC.
What we said is simple. Now is not the time to make school more expensive for our young people.
Without an affordable Stafford loan, where can a student turn? The Pell Grant is a beautiful thing, but with college getting more expensive, is it enough by itself to satisfy all your collegiate needs? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. If Congress doesn't act, it's the students who play. The right and left should join on this like Kim and Kanye.
So, Jawn Murray, is it Bill Clinton that knocked down those barriers and all of a sudden made our presidents more accessible to everybody and late-night comedians and, you know, not so formal, I guess is the word I'm looking for?
Absolutely. I mean, Bill Clinton playing that saxophone on the Arsenio Hall show. Remember that show? That really changed the way we looked at our presidents. I mean, and look, we're in a reality-obsessed climate, so even the president has to be relatable to the average man. And so we like the fact that our president can be relaxed and natural. And everybody's favorite clip is still him singing Al Green's Let's Stay Together at the Apollo earlier this year.
And Alexis, and now President Obama doing something that every rock star wants to do. Get himself on the cover of the Rolling Stone. How about that, Alexis? There he is.
He looks awesome, and he does want to be on the cover of the Rolling Stone. You know, President Obama tweets. He is as normal as a Kardashian, and he may say he doesn't like the Kardashians, but I think they might even have more followers than he does on Twitter.
Jawn?
Vinny?
Yeah, go ahead, Jawn. Last word.
Saying Kardashian and President Obama in the same sentence, that you should be stoned for that, Alexis. Stoned.
Sorry.
Alexis and
They're going to
Jawn.
be at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Great to have you aboard. Stay tuned for more HLN Special Report.